Money Moves with Mill 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a motherfucking movie. So, guys, there's been a lot of misconceptions, that we have been seeing on videos across the internet on why does her body count actually matter? Why does her body count matter, guys? You know, you're in a committed relationship and you've been with this chick for 2 years and you find a phone and then you start reading messages through ex guys that she's been dealing with, and you notice that she gave other guys access to her without being in a committed relationship. You know, I'm talking about them dates where, you met a chick in the same night she gave you access to her. You know, you guys did things. And why is this harmful for um men who's in a relationship with a woman who now, you know, is she won't even do what she did with other guys with you. You know, she just all of a sudden just she has these extremely high standards now. You know, but in the past, before, you know, she was with guys, you know, and did things with those guys, and she made you wait. She made you take her out on a date. She made you um she made you go above and beyond for access to her. When in all actuality, there's guys who came before you who didn't have to do anything, guys. Now, this is exactly why a woman's body count matters. You know, they got guys out here who get with a woman and she and they think that by them doing all this stuff for her, buying her gifts, taking her out on dates, buying her new shoes, giving her complete access to him, he thinks that this is a way that she will open up and get him access to her. But guys, this does not work. This does not work because most modern women, this is the reason why the issues in relationships start. Because she's still fighting with a version of herself that she probably no longer does. So she went from being one type of woman, and now after the partying, after the exclusivity that she gave to other guys, now you come along, you know, and you have to spend or you have to try to compete with her past, so competing with a woman's past, unresolved issues where it's 5 years down the road, but back in the day, guys had access to her, and access where they didn't have to take her out on a date. They probably didn't even have to give her any cash. They didn't have to marry her. But now you come along and now she's like, oh, I have to be taken on a date. You have to be this, you have to be that. When the guy before you had sexual access to her, she was doing things that she never did with you, and you so happen to stumble upon her past. This guy didn't have a job. This dude did not have a job. He was just, whatever. And she gave him access to her. And this is the sole reason why most modern women try to hide their body count. They hide their body count and they hide the experiences that they have had with other guys. They will never keep it 100. They will continue to give one guy a certain amount of access to her, but when it comes to another guy, she doesn't give him the same access. He has to slave for it. The guy who married her, or the guy who has been in a relationship with her and helped her pay her bills and protected and provided for her, is not getting the same type of treatment that another guy got in the past. And she's making you wait. And this is why I say, guys, this is unfair. It's unfair to the men who are in relationships with women who have had experiences with other men, and now the new guy, you just meet a chick and you're the new guy, and she's making you sweat for it. She's making you wait 3 months and taking away your time, taking away your energy for something she's probably never going to give you. 9 times out of 10, most of the times, a lot of modern women will not give you the same type of experiences that she gave a guy before you. And this is a problem. You know what I'm saying? This is a problem because you have married men who have been with women for over 5 years. And before she met with you, she was doing this to this dude. The guy's driving and she's over here, with her head in his lap, and you're like, what do I got to do to deserve this? When do I get this? But this guy only been with her for 3 days. This guy only been with her for 2 days. And this is the sole reason why, guys, body count matters, because you will continuously be in competition with the guys of her past, especially sexually. You're going to be in competition with a guy you never seen before. You're going to be in competition with a guy that you wouldn't think that she would go for. And she opened up for this dude. open up like a book immediately. Multiple guys. She was just out there. And now you come along with your 9 to 5, your 10 to 10, working hard on the job for money that you have for your security. And now she makes the guy who has a job wait for access to her. When she gave another dude unlimited access to her body, guys. And this is why body counts matter. And a lot of times the guy who commits to this woman, to this type of woman, will be the guy who she doesn't like. You know, she'll deal with you because, you know, other guys come through and they're not paying her bills. You know, they're not buying her clothes. They're not committing to her, but she's giving them unlimited access to her body because she might have a high attraction to these guys. You know, in the past, she had a high attraction to these guys, and she opened up fast for them because she wanted to get them to commit, and they will never commit. But here we are as hardworking men, and we got to go above and beyond for some used goods, guys. When a guy just a couple days ago didn't have to do what we do. It's, you know, and whether, you know, there's no way you can compete with her past. There's no way. And in her mind, she's trying to get you to live up to the other guys in her past. Guys, make sure you guys thumbs up the video. Make sure you guys like the video. Please thumbs up the video. If you guys rocking with my content, if you guys are I'm trying to get this video out to as many people as possible. So guys, make sure you guys thumbs up the content. But guys, you know, this is tremendously bad this is why a man, before he commits to a woman, should get to learn her past, her sexual past. And guys, and don't think that her past is gonna be like she's just gonna open up like a book about it. She's gonna have more tape on her past than Fort Knox. She's gonna have more red tape on her past than the way Trump is trying to lock down the borders. You know, a lot of times she is not going to tell you that she was hanging out one day with her friends and she met a guy and they did X, Y, and Z. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to date her. He didn't have to court her. Only thing he had to do was exist. And now, here comes the poor new guy who doesn't understand that her past, her body count matters. You know, her experiences that she had sexually in the past matters. You know, when she was out here chasing guys, out here chasing them, certain individuals, certain men, and we come and you come along, and there it is, guys. You know, Um, there's the you have to date me for a certain amount of time, and oh, we have to be married. You have to have six figures. You have to take me to Ruth Chris, or whatever. And this is why modern men should be slow to be in committed relationships, guys. Be slow to be in and to go above and beyond for these women. You know, when she starts asking you to do things for her, you know, to go out your way financially and to jump over hoops and to commit and to put yourself in positions where if you marry this chick that you don't really know, which a lot of guys have done that. You don't know her past or whatever. A lot of guys don't care about it. They don't think it matters, but it does, guys. So, guys, let me know what you guys think on the video. Also, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to holler at you guys on the next one. Over and out.